As one of the best-selling consoles in video game history, the Nintendo Switch is home to a vast array of games that vary in scope and genre. While it's more often associated with Nintendo's own exclusives like The Legend of Zelda, Mario, and Xenoblade, the platform has also seen strong support from third parties with major releases. Though Nintendo's titles are generally lighter in terms of narrative and setting, the Switch actually hosts some significant dark fantasy games. These titles offer grim settings accompanied by sinister narratives where hope has long been abandoned by the characters, creating an intense and immersive atmosphere for players. Hey gamers, welcome back to Game Rant, where today we're ranking 10 of the best dark fantasy games available on Switch. First up, at number 10, we have Salt and Sanctuary. Heavily inspired by games like Dark Souls, Salt and Sanctuary is a 2D RPG known for its high difficulty and oppressive atmosphere. In this title, players explore a dark and desolate world, filled with terrifying creatures and deadly challenges. The narrative, though minimalist, is rich in mystery and symbolism, inviting players to uncover hidden secrets in every corner. What truly makes Salt and Sanctuary a standout example of dark fantasy is the combination of gothic elements and challenging gameplay. The dark visual aesthetic with gray and black tones reinforces the feeling of isolation and constant danger faced by the character. On the Nintendo Switch, the game retains its intensity and oppressive atmosphere, providing an immersive experience for fans of the genre. Up next is Blasphemous. A Metroidvania with strong religious art and dark symbolism, Blasphemous stands out in the dark fantasy genre and is available on Nintendo Switch. Inspired by sacred art and Spanish mysticism, the game transports players to the grim world of Custodia, where they take on the role of the penitent one. The story is rooted in themes of guilt and penance, while also being accompanied by a disturbing and fascinating atmosphere. However, the most notable aspect of Blasphemous is it uses religious symbolism to create oppressive environments, immersing players in despair while making the adventure intense. Divinity Original Sin 2 is known as one of the best tactical RPGs ever released. Although the game features a colorful setting, its narrative presents a morally ambiguous storyline, with many choices leading to dark outcomes. Additionally, from the very first moments in Fort Joy, the game shows its dark fantasy inspiration, both through how magic users are treated and in the characters introduced in the story. Divinity Original Sin 2 offers players great freedom in exploration and decisions that shape the character's fate. Coming in at number 7 is Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen. This title stands as one of the finest examples of dark fantasy on the Nintendo Switch, offering a blend of engaging narrative and dark setting. In this game, players assume the role of the Arisen, tasked with defeating a dragon that threatens the world, though the story has some twists and certain choices impact the fate of characters and the world. What truly sets Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen apart as a great dark fantasy experience is its setting. Desolate landscapes, dark dungeons, and dangerous creatures all contribute to the atmosphere of danger and desolation that follows the protagonist throughout the story. At number 6 is Dark Souls Remastered. The release of Dark Souls not only marked the expansion of From Software into the market, establishing it as one of the best developers, but also helped popularize the Souls-like genre. Known for their difficulty, the franchise is a milestone in the dark fantasy genre, with the first game available on the Nintendo Switch. Heavily inspired by anime like Berserk, Dark Souls Remastered introduces players to the kingdom of Lordran, where they assume the role of a cursed human who must face powerful enemies to decide the world's fate. Despite its fragmented and enigmatic story, the game excels in its immersive atmosphere and strong dark fantasy elements. Getting down to our top 5, our next title is Darkest Dungeon. Known for its distinctive art style and brutal difficulty, Darkest Dungeon is a dark fantasy RPG that tasks players with building a party of adventurers to explore dungeons filled with horrors. Difficulty is a major gameplay mechanic requiring careful planning for each incursion. Poor decisions during adventures can lead to the demise of characters who may go mad or succumb to despair due to stress. The sanity system in Darkest Dungeon continuously tests the adventurers, reflecting the essence of dark fantasy. Diablo II Resurrected can be considered the embodiment of the dark fantasy genre in video games, capturing the essence of darkness and horror through its immersive setting and narrative. The story revolves around the eternal battle between good and evil, where players must defeat the Lord of Terror and a horde of infernal creatures. This dark fantasy game takes players through various settings that contribute to its dark atmosphere, showcasing more of the decaying world where it takes place. The soundtrack, which also enhances the immersion, reinforces the extensive sense of hope being scarce in this setting. At number 3, we have The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. The vibrant landscapes may be deceiving at first glance, but the setting of The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is deeply rooted in dark fantasy. As one of the best ports on the Nintendo Switch, the game places players in the third chapter of Geralt of Rivia's saga, searching for his adopted daughter, Ciri, in a kingdom ravaged by war. The game explores heavy themes throughout its narrative, such as the moral ambiguity of its characters, where there is no clear good or evil, only survival. Even Geralt, the protagonist, faces tough choices throughout the story, with consequences that can dramatically alter the available endings. With some of the best side quests in the RPG genre and a playtime running well past 100 hours, The Witcher 3 delivers a can't-miss dark fantasy experience. Hollow Knight takes players to the dark and desolate kingdom of Hallownest, where unknown dangers and tough bosses lurk around every corner. The oppressive atmosphere and engaging narrative create an immersive experience marked by mystery and despair, capturing the essence of dark fantasy. The art style doesn't immediately scream dark fantasy, but the moody environments and deteriorating kingdom and its inhabitants make for a compelling dark fantasy adventure as you delve into the depths of this once prosperous kingdom. Meticulous gameplay and increasing challenges keep players engaged, while the dark visual aesthetic and somber soundtrack reinforce the grim atmosphere. Hollow Knight offers an epic and intense journey, ideal for fans of the genre seeking a deep and atmospheric adventure. Our number one best dark fantasy game on Nintendo Switch is Shin Megami Tensei V: Vengeance. The Shin Megami Tensei franchise has never hidden its dark fantasy elements, and in Shin Megami Tensei V: Vengeance, these themes are even more pronounced. Here, players explore a Tokyo devastated by a war between angels and demons, where they can decide humanity's fate, ending the conflict. The game's narrative and setting are loaded with dark themes, such as the struggle for survival in a world destroyed by war. The game also delves into many occult themes, leading players on a journey filled with religious references. With an expanded story from the base game, players simply must explore apocalyptic Tokyo's distinct sense of dread in this turn-based dark fantasy adventure. Have a dark fantasy game available for Nintendo Switch that we didn't name on this list? Be sure to let us know. Thanks for hanging out with us over here on Game Rant, and we'll catch you next time.